Hey YouTube, it's me, Zipster. Okay, today's one of those days. I don't know what's going to happen. I just kind of turned the camera on, and today's one of those days when I know that I could just this easily flip my nut. Okay, it's like before I was eating a piece of cake and I had a little bit of ice cream on it, and as I was going to bite it, a little piece of ice cream fell on my arm, and I just about freaked out. Like if it wouldn't have been me, I would have bet myself up, beat it myself up. Anyway, yeah, I'm right on the edge of flipping out. So yeah, hopefully nothing will happen during the filming of this video to make me go bonkers. But yeah, okay, what did I want to talk about? Oh, yeah, okay. All right, yeah. So recently, I gotten like a bunch of new prescribers, and they're very young. I don't know where they found me or why they're following me, but they all wind up turning on me after a while. They subscribe because of something, then all of a sudden they see what I really do, and they're like, the two big comments that I'm getting recently are, "Why don't you go back to the retirement home and get a life?" And even though these two comments are not related, I really kind of think they are. Let me explain how. Number one, okay, I do not live in a retirement home. I cannot afford a retirement home. And if I did live in a retirement home, I would have much more of a life than I do now. That is for sure. Because at retirement homes, they have scheduled bingo games like a couple of times a week. And they have, what's that called? Oh, gee. Yeah, they have occupational therapy, which I never understood. Like, once you're in a retirement home, it's like, yeah, well, I'm taking occupational therapy because I'm thinking about maybe becoming a basket weaver, or I'm thinking about maybe making ceramic ashtrays for a living, But anyway, it gives you something to do, and it gives you a little bit of a life. Because as my life stands right now, the only thing I do is once a day, just to get out, and keep myself, about in the neighborhood. I go to the convenience store about 6 blocks up the street. I go there once a day, just even if I don't have to. If I don't have to, I'll just go pick up a tasty cake pie, or I'll pick up an energy drink, or something like that. And then every like 10 to 12 days, I guess, I have to go a whole big 12 blocks away to go to the beer store and pick up a 30-pack of beer. Then that lasts me a really long time because they really cut back, and I don't even know why. I wasn't even trying to cut back, but all of a sudden I'm only drinking 2 or 3 beers a night. So I don't know, whatever. Maybe I'll lose my little beer gut a little bit. That would be great. Okay, and in between, the place I go the very most is this new ghetto supermarket that opened up around the corner from my house. It's called Bottom Dollar. And they're very cheap, compared to, your regular name brand supermarkets. They're very, very cheap. But the reason I say they're ghetto is because, like, you have to bring your own bags, you have to pack your own groceries, that kind of stuff. And I was, as a matter of fact, I was just there today. And they had the weirdest stuff in there. Like, they'll have a whole bunch of bags of, like, dried up, all kind of peppers you never heard of before, and chaluni peppers and all that kind of stuff. And then next to them, they'll have a whole big bag full of dried up corn husks. And I'm like, what the hell are the corn husks for? And I'm sure that this is like a Mexican thing or something. But corn husks, I didn't even know you could eat them. Don't they have, what do they call those things? Burrito paper, burrito bread, whatever, to roll this stuff up in. I guess they roll food up in corn husks. But yeah, it's one of those kind of supermarkets. And all the vegetables are Goya o Boya. So, yeah. But I go there a lot, and we used to only go grocery shopping once a week, right? But now that Mo's is getting a little on, if you know what I'm talking about, like I will go to Bottom Dollar, and I will come home, and she will be going through the groceries, and she will say, "Where are the bananas?" And I'm like, Mo's, there weren't bananas on the list. Well, yes, there were. I always have bananas. I get the list out of my pocket. I show her. Oh, I must have forgot the bananas. Then 2 days later, then I go back for bananas, right? Then the next day, she's like, well, why aren't there any apples out there? I'm like, there weren't any apples on the list. Yes, there were. Of course there weren't. So I wind up going to Bottom Dollar pretty much every day because Mo's keeps forgetting stuff on the list. So now I go in there and everybody, hello, Zipster. Everybody knows my name and they talk to me, but I don't know what they're talking about. Anyway, so yeah, for those of you who tell me to get a life, I really should. And come the spring, when the weather gets a little warmer and you can leave your house without getting all bundled up, I'm going to totally get a life because I have a whole bunch of stuff coming up this spring and summer, all of that I'm very looking forward to, and I will keep you abreast of what's going on. But there is some big news happening in my for real life that I'm really excited about. Anyway, I just wanted to stop in, and what a rambling mess this was. But I just wanted to stop in and say hello. So, thank you. That was a mess.